balance and power and explosiveness.
He's been the best player in the country.
I can't wait to watch him play.
There goes Barkley. Saquon Barkley to the house. Touchdown. Barkley down the sideline. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Touchdown.
This guy is just dynamic. Barkley puts a stamp on this football game.
Our next guest has been called by a lot of people the best player in the draft, Saquon Barkley. Welcome to Undisputed.
Thank you, guys.
Good to have you. You're one of the guys that's been discussed as the first pick. How much does that matter to you?
Obviously, as a competitor, you would love to go number one. That's just your competitive nature. But my mindset and my approach to the game is it don't really matter where I get drafted, whether it's 1, 7, 32, or the last pick in the draft. It's not going to change my approach to the game and my mindset, and continue to just come in with the same work ethic and the same mentality to become a better player and strive for greatness every day.
The team that selects Saquon Barkley, what are they getting?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. I can't sit on here and tell you and promise you that I'm going to rush for 2,000 yards. I'm going to get a Rookie of the Year award. I'm going to take your team to this place or that place. So I can't promise you that. But one thing that I can promise you, you're going to get a guy who's a competitor. When you guys, anybody that knows me, I'm competitive. I'm the competitive person. If it's chess, if it's football, if it's Xbox, whatever it is, I'm passionate about the game, and I'm truly passionate about the game. A lot of people come up and say that, but I really believe I'm really passionate about the game. I love the game ever since I was a little kid, and my work ethic. I'm a hard worker. That's the only thing I know. If I look back on my career and how I got to the point where I'm at, I'll be a fool not to follow those same footsteps and be a leader, vocally and by example. And all that together, that's what I know, and that's the only thing I can promise you that you're going to get from me.
I'm always intrigued by bloodlines, and I look at your family tree, and you got a lot of boxing in your family tree, back to your great-uncle Iran Barkley. You remember him?
I do.
And he won championships at 3 different weight class levels, and he beat Tommy Hearns, if people remember Tommy
Crushing
Hearns.
knockout.
Yeah,
Twice.
and he went to the mat with Duran too.
Yeah.
Duran was like the fight of the year. He narrowly lost it. But did you consider boxing at all? Do you have any boxing in your blood?
Yeah, I kind of trained a little bit for boxing growing up. That's something I actually would love to do when football is done.
Really?
Football is my love and my passion. I don't know if I'm ever going to go professional. I don't like getting hit in my face.
Well, you probably should not leave
Hey,
boxing
wow.
alone.
Exactly. Especially if you look at my uncle, the way he was a brawler, the way he fought and his style of boxing. But yeah, my father also was a boxer too. Wore Golden Gloves. Kind of messed up his shoulder. Didn't have the money or whatever to really recover. So growing up, I used to box. My dad used to like make me go outside in the street and just box for random kids for whatever reason.
Really?
Yeah, but you know, at a young age, fell in love with the game of football. Ever since I was
Well,
like,
did that translate into running the football a little bit? Just the toughness that he tried to instill in you?
no, it was just something that I don't know. My dad used to tell me when I was at a very young age, like even like 2 to 4. Kids would be outside playing with toys or playing outside, and I'm a Jets fan growing up. My dad would be watching the Jets, and I'd be right on his hip watching the game, sitting there just glued to the TV. And he said, I was looking at my mom saying, I'm going to play in the NFL one day, and I'm going to buy your house. And that's something that I just been saying.
And this was in the Bronx, right?
Yeah, when I was born in the Bronx, yep.
And how long were you in the Bronx before you moved to rural, smaller town Pennsylvania?
Yeah, a lot of people love to claim me from New York, but I'm not. I was born there, and I lived there till I was 5 years old. My mom and dad thought it was a better decision, school-wise, to move their family out there. So I moved to Pennsylvania, and I've been living in Copley, PA, where I live now ever since I was 8 years old.
If I'm not mistaken, the last running back selected first overall was from Penn State, Kajana Carter. You've heard the whispers. Penn State running back Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, DJ Dozier, Larry Johnson had 2 good years in their book.
Did.
How do you say, look, I understand those guys from Penn State, but I'm a different breed. I'm a different cat.
Yeah, I think you got to look at the game and how the game evolved and where it's at now. It's 2 different type of games, type of styles from when Kajana Carter was drafted in '95 and to 2018. And Kajana Carter, all those backs were great backs, but that don't worry me. Being a bust don't worry me because the word bust in my mind is different in other people's mind. If you go out there and you get hurt and you can't come back, especially when Kajana got hurt, we didn't have the technology and equipment we have today, and that messes up your career, that's not a bust to me. That's a game of football. That's the nature of the game. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. You take that chance every single day you go to play. Bust to me is a guy who don't go out there and don't work and who gets complacent And I'm not worried about that with mine, how I was brought up and how I was raised, and my mindset, my competitive nature, that don't bother me. So when people make that description and that compare me to the backs in the past, I kind of laugh at that, because Kajada Carter and all those backs were great backs, and it just didn't happen. It just didn't work. And you look at those, it wasn't like they just didn't play well. They got hurt. And if you look at now and the game style and what it is now, I've been very healthy, God willing, thankfully, in college football. I was one of the only backs that went to the combine, and you guys don't see this part, but they're pulling at you and telling you this way, and I just went through, I flew by. So I'm not really worried about that view of me of being a Penn State back, and hopefully I can diminish that this year.
Well, that's the thing behind the scenes, Skip. If you have something on you that might be hurt, they jerk and pull on it and try to make it hurt even more than what it is.
Yeah. So at that combine, you run the second best 40 at 4.4. You're number one in the vertical jump among running backs, and your 29 bench press reps tied for first with Nick Chubb, right? Were you happy with those numbers? Could you have exceeded those numbers?
Yes. My coach, Coach Franklin, has been quoted saying that was a very average performance for me. I truly agree with him. Like we were talking about before, I'm usually a 30 or 35 guy.
In the bench press.
In the bench press, had to take a little time off. But
because you banged up your shoulder in the last
game? Last game of the year. So I had to take a little time off. So I'm usually anywhere from a 30 or 35 bench press.
And the record for running backs is
32.
Sherrick Cannon?
Jeremy
32.
32. Ooh. 32. So I was going for that, but be able to take that little time off and come back and get 29, I can't complain with that. But I really wanted 32. My 40, I popped up twice. My starts were awful. I'm truly a 4.3, 4.2 guy. The fastest I've been clock laser training was a 4.29. So I had really bad starts. The first one was a bad start. The second one I stumbled. In the vert, I got 42 before, but I've been anywhere from 40 to 42. So that's probably the only part that I'm really okay with, I guess.
If you had timed 4.2, the Browns would be having a hard time right now thinking about you or Sam Darnold or whichever quarterback they're going to take.
Did you go to one of these academies and train, or did you train at Penn State?
No, I trained at Tom Shaw.
Okay, you down in Florida.
Trained at Tom Shaw, and
that's Deion's guy. Deion went down there.
Yeah, and if you just look at Tom Shaw and the numbers that he put out with the players, I think he has 7. Coming into the combine last year, he has 7 of the top 10 fastest 40s of all time. And what I love about Tom Shaw and his facility, it's not just training you to be a combine athlete. They bring guys in like Ike Taylor and sit you down and talk football, get you ready to be a pro, and how you can handle your body and take that mindset of a vet. A lot of people, the things I get a lot of advice is how to take care of your body, and I hear they didn't get it till the 4th or 5th year. Try to get that right now. Try to make that mindset your rookie year and come in with that vet approach.
So, gut feeling, whatever you hear, your reconnaissance so far, do you figure Cleveland will take Sam Darnold? Is that what you're hearing or guessing?
To be completely honest, I have no clue.
Okay.
No clue what's going on. Obviously, my team has been talking to a lot of teams and got some visits set up here and there, but I have no clue. I'm just taking it day by day. I wish the draft could be here a little quicker, but the mindset I'm just having right now is continue to work, because you dream to go to the draft, but that's not your dream. You dream to be elite in the NFL, and I want to be one of the best.
So a lot of people had you penciled in then second to the Giants, and then they trade JPP if you followed this, and now it would look more like they would want to take a defensive end, Chubb, and that would push you down maybe to where you and Sam Darnold both wind up with the Browns. Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, I'll be happy with every team drafts me. The way I view it is you're fortunate enough to be in this position. A lot of people love to be in your position, and who am I to say I don't want to go to this team, or I don't want to play for that team, or I don't want this team to draft me? That's I don't know, that's chaotic to me. But wherever team draft me, I'm truly going to be honored. It's truly going to be a blessing, and I'm going to come down with my head humble and just come to work.
Well, good luck in the draft. Enjoy your training leading up to it. Thanks so much for joining us, Saquon.
Thank
Was
you.
last night the turning point for Lonzo Ball? We'll discuss that next.